Hey, welcome to the Danger Zone. It's Ashley. Everything in this video was found on a public domain, and the full disclaimers down below. Lots of love and many blessings your way. And a big thanks to everybody who contributed to this video. Y'all look, happily married Harry just made another announcement on behalf of travelers. He doesn't look a bit human in this to me. He has no pupils. His entire eyeball is solid black. What is that about? He's absolutely trying to drum up business for travelers. He has to. He has a lot of money he has to pay out between now and a year from now. We're talking in the millions in legal fees. Thanks, Meghan. Instead of Harry going down memory lane thinking about his parents' wedding day 39 years prior, he had to be wrapped up in his wife's legal junk, in which, by the way, she lost. They hit him with all sorts of costs yesterday. And throughout these legal cases, that's most definitely going to be the trend for them, I'm afraid. Well, not really, but that's just going to be. They also had a mishap with the name change with the Sussex Foundation. She changed it to MWX Foundation for 9 minutes. And then it was discovered that the Sussex Foundation had less than $100,000 in the accounts. What happened to the $3 million Disney donated in lieu of her voiceover that she donated to them? To spend donation money when you're trying to run a nonprofit is highly illegal. Do you guys remember when everybody was making mad donations in lieu of Archie's arrival? What happened to all that money? So I always wondered why things transpired the way they did in such a short period of time between Meghan and Harry. It seemed like everything went really fast after that Botswana trip. That was their third date. They stayed in that overpriced tent, had the most romantic time together, so they say. Truly nothing is as it seems between these two. For example, I just recently learned that while they were there on their third date in Botswana, they both decided that they just loved each other so much, could spend the rest of their life together, and in fact were gonna. It was shared with me that they took part in some sort of a traditional marriage ceremony over in Africa during that third date in Botswana. Allegedly. Which now makes perfect sense to me why everything appeared to be moving so fast. In their minds, they had already gotten married. He went above and beyond not only for Meghan, but her mother as well. More so than he had ever done for any ex he had been with prior to Meghan. Such as all of that security he sent over to Canada during her time spent on Suits. Just hanging out with her buddies, this security team was with them. Harry made sure of it because Meghan had already started leaking stuff to the press. And going back to Harry, concocting this paparazzi is following me, making me feel very uncomfortable card. You guys remember when he came out and gave this sexism, racism speech against his woman? That was all due to her stories, her fantasies that she was feeding Harry. And it was right about that same time where she told Harry that her mother also needed backup. She was unsafe and needed more security sent down to her mother, and he complied. Now, I have a theory about that. I believe she was testing Harry to see how far he would go for her. And it was about this same time that the palace bigwigs started noticing, hey, she's wearing a necklace that has an H and an M. They asked her, hey, look, please don't wear that necklace. If we don't want this to be known right now and the timing's bad, you don't want everybody in on your business, you're already living in fear, just tuck that necklace away until you make a formal announcement. And that was the first time she had it out with those people. She got real nasty with them and told them she wasn't changing a thing. She was entitled to live her life on her terms. And of course it was this interaction that sent alarm bells off to William. So William and Kate asked Harry, hey, why don't you bring her around, let us get to know her a little bit better. William and Kate both knew that Harry fancied Meghan a whole lot more, a lot deeper than he had his previous girlfriend. Of course they had no idea that this marriage ceremony in Africa took place on their third date. Now this idea thrilled Harry. So he brings Meghan over. Everybody gets together. Everything seems like it's going pretty good. Meghan said she had to step into the next room to make a phone call. Now, she stepped over into the next room, and one of the kids, George or Charlotte, decided they were going to run around like kids do. Kate went to go and get this child that was running around. And what do you think she finds? Meghan is sitting there taking pictures on her cell phone of this kid. And it was after Kate busted her taking pictures of this child on her cell phone is when William decided he was going to tell his brother, you might want to slow down and get to know this girl a little bit better. Everybody could see she had bad intentions, but Harry, the Queen even told him, pull the brakes, slow down a little bit, quit jumping the gun. And that's when he came back to the Queen and Prince Philip and said, hey, we're going to do things my way or I'll make sure everybody thinks you're a racist. After he tells his granny to suck it up, how unattractive does Harry look after telling his elderly grandmother to suck it up? He deserves a head full of ass hair. So far early on in the relationship, Meghan's been leaking and sneaking, and now she just got busted tweaking. Right before Harry and Meghan revealed their relationship to the public. Formally, that is. We're talking hours before. Just hours. She knew that everybody would be looking her up, so she changed everything about her Wikipedia page. She went from being the Deal or No Deal case number 24 girl, changed all of that to a supermodel and a political activist. Y'all, she is such a narcissistic opportunist. And since it's all coming out, and we're learning the real deal behind Miss Meghan Markle, everything she's tried her best to prevent, her last-ditch effort with the court system, she's all but on bended knee begging the court not to release the identities of these 5 friends that spoke to people. And now all of a sudden, all 5 of these people happen to be young mothers. Listen, this is a very serious mental disorder. People that lie to this degree and make up all kinds of fantasies like this, they have to put an element of what's going on in their lives into their life. And since in her mind she's a young mother, it seems weird now all of a sudden these 5 friends are young mothers also. And speaking of, could it be A through E? I'll see you soon and we'll talk fast. Y'all stay safe and be blessed.